Walls are closing in on Chuck Schumer. Democrats were confident going into this that Trump and the Republicans would get blamed because of the 24/7 pro-Democrat propaganda endlessly spewed by the legacy media, and Trump would be forced to pressure Thune and Johnson to fold and give the Democrats what they want, just like Paul Ryan always used to do, just like Mitch McConnell would always, or John Boehner. Here we are, 4 weeks later, and what happened? We're seeing a literal inversion of that expectation. Trump silences critics with highest ever approval rating as he cracks down on crime. Take a look at the latest from Quinnipiac. Democrats are stuck. They are mired in the 20s. Doesn't get a lot lower than that. The Federal Workers Union, they're turning on the Democrats. They are officially demanding an end to this government shutdown, and they are putting the pressure on their fellow Democrat leadership to fold. The Democrats' own union allies are now publicly begging them to accept the Republican proposal. Again, you don't have to be a genius here. When your most loyal supporters, the federal employee unions that bankroll your campaigns, are publicly calling you out, you have lost. Plain and simple. And if you could believe it, even the ultra-leftist activists over at MSNBC are recognizing how utterly devastating all of this is for the Democrats.
With MSNBC's Kevin Fry on Capitol Hill, where lawmakers are facing growing calls to end the shutdown. Kevin, what's the latest?
Yeah, I mean, this is a very dramatic call from that union of federal employees representing hundreds of thousands, with a statement today saying, among other things, that it's time for our leaders to start focusing on how to solve problems for the American people rather than on who is going to get the blame for a shutdown that Americans dislike. Because when the folks who serve this country are standing in line for food banks after missing a second paycheck because of this shutdown, they aren't looking for partisan spin. They're looking for wages that they earned.
So in effect, what MSNBC was basically admitting there in their own subtle way is that Schumer's entire shutdown strategy is collapsing in real time. Again, you got 3 Democrat senators consistently jumping ship, voting to pass the CR, all the while one of the largest Democrat unions are calling for their Democrat leadership to vote for that very CR. That's called a shutdown collapse. Cut your losses. I mean, your polls can't go that much farther. Open the government. Let's move on. Lick your wounds. Let's fight another battle here, which, of course, it'll just mean the end of Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries' careers, because once again, they're seen as losers. Trump wins and they lose again. So this is a political disaster in more ways than one.